Hello everyone, and welcome to Scrap and Stamp with Shel. It is March 16th and we are going to be having a play today. We are going to be making one scrapbook page and one card. For my scrapbook page today, I have chosen the Flowers of Beauty bundle. That's from the annual catalog. And our scrapbook layout is going to be using 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Now, I wanted to make sure that I used products that we as Stampin' Up consumers already have. Can we get some 12 by 12 products? Yes, we can, if that is your choice. But I want to do 8.5 by 11s. Because I already have the 8.5 by 11s. It's not something else extra that I have to purchase. Okay, that being said, we are going to get started. I am going to show you a layout that I created that I am going to follow, or loosely follow. I did this one for a 4 by 6 card. That's the sketch that I am loosely following. And I am using these papers from the Botanical Textures. These are black and white papers from the online exclusives, and they are gorgeous. So I took my 6 by 6 papers and I cut them down to 4 1/4, which is halfway on this sheet. Now, just for fun, I'm going to reverse the sketch. I've already got one page done. I'll show you at the end of this video, following the sketch. So I'm going to reverse it on this one just to give you another idea that sketches don't have to be followed to the letter. You can reverse them. You can add, you can subtract, you can change sizes. You do what works for you. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of inspiration. Now you'll notice that there is a line here in the cardstock because this isn't a continuous piece. If you want to use 12 by 12 cardstock, you can do so. But in both the samples I'm showing you today, I'm using 6 by 6 cardstock. So once again, it can be done with 6 by 6 and cut down. Oops, get it in place here. There we go. So we have half of our page covered. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to cover that seam with this strip of 1.5 by 8.5 basic black cardstock. So this layout is going to be all 100% Stampin' Up product. And I'm going to show you that yes, we bought this for cards, but it's going to be able to be used very easily for scrapbooking. Now, instead of the 4 by 6 that I've done here, I've chosen 2 that are 3 by 3. Now, we could put them there. We could put them here. And I think that's what I'm going to do. And that looks crooked to me. So let's get out our paper trimmer, if I can find out where I put it, and straighten that out. It's very crooked. That looks better. So I'm just going to center this one in the top square. Let's lay that one out first. So this is the mat for a photo. So I will be placing a photo here, not today, because I don't have any printed. Now just matching those borders, I'm going to put it here, my second one. And by doing it this way, I'm able to get 2 photos on this layout. And I'm trying to mimic the borders from above, like so. So there's my 2 cards, or 2 photos. Now I have chosen some black die cuts from this bundle, and I've also pre-stamped one in green because I think that's going to make it pop a little bit. And I've also pre-cut some letters. So we're just going to lay these out loosely. Oops, sorry, moving it around. BIRTHD. Let's get these flowers out of here. We don't need those right now. Birthday. Where's the Y? There it is. Birthday fun. That is my title, like so. And that's my layout, but I don't have any place to journal. Now, I'm not going to attach it, but you can easily add a piece here for journaling, or there's enough space here, especially here, and I think this is where I'm going to do my journaling. Okay, so let's get some tweezers, because I like using tweezers for attaching these letters. So let's get my glue. And we will get started. I'm just going to center that and move along. Yes, it's a little time consuming to put these letters on, but I like it with the die cut letters on here because they pop off that black cardstock. So basically we're going to have a black and white layout with the pops of color coming from our photos and our flowers, which will be cool. And this way I'll be able to insert 2 photos from birthday, obviously a female birthday. And I'm just going to lay this back in here because I want to have room for that, but I also want to get these letters placed properly. There we go. Oops, wrong letter. Ha ha. That would have been bad. Birthday fnu. Birthday fun. All right. So we've got our letters on. Let me put this away for a minute. Okay, set it aside. Now we need to work on this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on the back of this. And I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. And I'm going to glue these two pieces together, but offset a little bit. Because I want the black to be able to be seen. And a little bit here, maybe. Nope. There we go. Now I'm going to pardon me. I'm just flipping this over and getting some glue on here. And we'll just place that like so. And I'm just going to hold it for a minute until I get it adhered. All right. Now, while that's drying a bit, I'm going to bring in my embellishment container so that we might choose an embellishment for the centers of these flowers. I'm thinking that I just want to stay with the black and white. So, basic rhinestones. Maybe I'll do basic rhinestones. That'll add a little bit of sparkle, right? I was going to do pearls, but I think I'll do rhinestones. All right, now I am going to put a little bit of glue down here, and I'm going to touch my flowers and then pop them on. And those berry burst flowers sure add lots of color. Just a couple more here. Oh, I think we need a little bit more Tombow. One here. And I think that's good. All right, we're just going to slide those up there. Actually, I might add another right there. There we go. All right, there we have it. Basically, all I have to do is add my cards and my journaling, and I have a scrapbook page. Now, I told you I was going to show you the opposite scrapbook page that follows the sketch exactly. So I'll pull that one in. And I did this one with the, what's it called? Fruit Salad DSP. And this was a retired stamp set that I used because as soon as I got the bananas down on this paper, I thought it has to have the little monkeys because I knew I had the little monkeys. And that monkey set is called what? Oh, I don't even have it here anymore. I can't remember. It's from a couple of years ago. But so that one has the retired monkeys on it, but this is the current DSP. This is early espresso. And as you can see, I actually put the lines in on this one for a journaling. So this one here is obviously geared towards kids or tomfoolery. This one here is a birthday layout. Same layout for inspiration. I just flipped them. This one follows it exactly. This one here is just the reverse. And you'll notice for both of them, I put the smaller photos on so I could get two instead of the one. All right, those are our scrapbook pages. Oh, I forgot something on this one. I forgot to put the little gems on. Heavens, that's the best part. You'd have thought me crazy getting them out and not put them on. There's one. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Adds that wee bit of sparkle. I don't know whether the camera is picking that up, but I hope so. Super cute. All right, now we are going to move on to our card. Now, when I cut my 6x6 piece of paper, I had this left over. So that is my inspiration for my card. And I've got some white cardstock here. We'll see what we can do. And I also have another one of these cards done. With the banana paper that I'll show you after the card. So I used 2 6x6 pieces of DSP and 1 sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock for the scrapbook layout. There's 2 of these as a cutoff, so you could make 2 cards. Because there's 2 of this size piece left over. All right, so we have a card base. I want to get it nice and flat with my bone folder. All right, and this was just a piece of scrap that I had in my scrap box. And this is too long, as you can see. So I am going to grab my paper trimmer. And I am going to cut this down. This is 1 3/4 by 5. Okay. And let's see if I can find, whoa, horrendous crash. Let's see if I can find another piece of black. I do have another piece. So I will do this one. 2 inches by 5. And that should mat that beautifully. Actually, I don't like that at all, and I cut it wrong to start with. So let's measure this again. That's 5 by 1 3/4. So this needs to be 2 by 5 1/4. 5 1/4. Now that, matting that looks much better. Okay, but on the white card, I don't like it. What would happen? Let's just play a game here. As I said, I don't have these all figured out, but I do have a smoky slate card base. Let's try this. If this was on smoky slate, ooh, yes. And then this I cut down to be, yes. All right, we're on the right track, folks. Let's use smoky slate for our card base. And that doesn't look straight. Let's see, we'll score it. Maybe it's just my eyes. Yes, it is just my eyes. It didn't look like it was long enough. All right, we'll take that out of the way. We'll get this card nice and flat. We will layer this up. With this beautiful DSP. This is the botanical something. Botanical textures. It would help if I got it on straight. Let's try that again. Well, sir. There we go, that looks better. Now if you want it, you could emboss this, but for the purpose of today's video, I'm not going to emboss it. I'm just going to adhere this directly to the front of the card. Maybe. Trying to match the borders. Did get a little bit of glue here that I'm going to have to erase. Thank heavens for glue erasers. All right, we're going to need to cut down this piece of cardstock. And this piece is 2.5. To make that symmetrical, this should be 3 3/4. 2.5 by 3 3/4. And you notice I'm just using the scraps that I have. I have this little chart here that shows you the different symmetrical layers. So that is what I'm following. And that piece is going to be put right on there. And I'm going to glue that down flat as well. All right, we are moving. Now, I want the Spotlight on Nature dies and a greeting. How about, this kind of looks a little bit like a sympathy card to me. So I'm going to use Thinking of You for my greeting. And that's from the Simply Said bundle. Or it's not a bundle, it's just a stamp set, I'm sorry. I'm going to take that out of the way for a minute. And I'm going to bring in my stamping tool. And a piece of white cardstock. And I have tons of scrap white cardstock. So we're just going to grab a piece of this and stamp this greeting in Memento black ink. And I don't know about you, but I always find it easier to stamp when I'm using either my MISTI or my Stamparatus. I've got 3 or 4 different stamping platforms. I've also got the alt new one. They all work the same idea and you always get perfect stamping. I find it saves time, it saves money because I don't, oftentimes when I stamp with the block, and I think it's because I'm sitting and not standing, but oftentimes I find that I have to end up stamping it 2 or 3 different times. All right, I'm just going to take this off camera. Behind me, I have my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine set up, and I'm just going to use this one, I think. Or do I want this one? Maybe I'll use that one. I'm just going to go off camera here for a second, and I am going to die cut this greeting. Just bear with me. It will just take a couple seconds. There we go. We are back. There is our greeting. Now, I also have some of these left over. So my thought was I was going to put this on here on dimensionals, like so. And I think I'm going to put some of those flowers on this piece this time. Let's bring some of those flowers in here that I've got stuck back here. And let's see what it looks like. If we don't like it, we don't have to use it. Simple as that. Some glue and stick that on. Come on. Man, those flowers are really bright against that black. All right. I think that's all we need. We still have these 2 little pieces left over from what I had done before the video. Now let's bring our card back in here. I don't know that I like that. I think I need some white on here. And I think that was 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 by 2.5, I believe. 2.5 by 3 3/4. Yes. So let's cut another piece. Got lots of scraps here, and we'll try it. Three and a half by 2 1/4. 2 1/4. I think that it was just too much black. I think it needs a little, oops, I got glue somewhere. My card was stuck. Ooh, down here. Bear with me while I clean up this little mess. My card is stuck. All right, so if I was to put this on here, then this on here, see the difference? And then this. Yeah, I like that much better. All right, let's get some glue on here. And we'll layer this up like so. And then we'll go this guy. Get my glue going here. There we go. This long one, this long one, this guy, and this guy. All right. So now we'll pop those flowers like that. And then this I'm going to put on a dimensional. Or 2. Oh, I guess those are black dimensionals, but I'm sure it'll work because it's going on a black and white card. Maybe, let me see here. My fingers are all sticky. I'm going to end up covering up one of those flowers, but that's okay. There we go. There is our card that goes or coordinates with this layout. And here's my first layout that I did before the video. And there is the card that went with that, with the banana paper. All right, that is it for me today. Thanks for joining me for Scrap and Stamp with Shel. And I hope you come by again real soon. Bye-bye.